제가 촬영해준 문제가 있어서 재촬영합니다. 영어 성명서 발표하겠습니다. Press Conference from Union for Free Korea-US Alliance. This is an evaluation of 815 National Resistance Struggle. Title: The leaders of the rally organizers should be harshly criticized for another failure due to their sticking to the same way of speaking and marching that they have been doing for the last 4 years. Content summary. Despite their past mistakes, we try to trust the patriotic assembly leaders for the last time. But judging from the progress of 815 uprising this time, they were not worthy of 100% trust. We people, worried about our country, led heavy bodies tired of daily life, and became warriors of our country, Korea. With our health, money, and family life left behind us, we came out onto this asphalt street and jumped into the patriotic struggle. For the last 4 years, at Seoul Station, at Deoksugun Palace, and at Gwanghwamun Gate, we have literally been living with and suffering together with the patriotic rally leaders for the past 4 years with deep trust, sometimes cheering for a great speech and sometimes shedding tears of emotion. We have supported the leaders in large or small ways to do the patriotic activities. No matter what, it is undeniable that the Taegukgi Patriotic Rally so far has been maintained thanks to the sincere donations and services of numerous Korean normal people. The reason why we generously supported the leaders was neither because they were superior to us, nor because they were so respectable. It was just because we believed that they represented us. Seeing that the illegal impeachment of our legal president, Park Geun-hye, 3 years ago, in violation of the Constitution Article 84, we Korean people noticed that it was due to a joint conspiracy between North Korean spies that slowly permeated this country over the last 70 years, and some corrupt fake writings. So, in a sense of crisis of collapsing of Korea, we all voluntarily ran out onto this asphalt street with our national flag, Taegukgi, in our hands. For the last 4 years, rain or shine, cold or hot, we marched through the asphalt until our feet were sore and worn out. We walked and walked with only a cry for the invalidity of the impeachment, waving our national flag Taegukgi in one hand and the stars and stripes in the other hand, enthusiastically responding to our Taegukgi rally leaders. Over time, however, rumors spread that the use of the Patriot Fund was unclear. And the original one big rally continued to be divided into several smaller parts. So, we were always confused about where to go. We didn't know where to go because each patriotic rally was held at different places and at different times As a result, each of us was divided into several groups along with these divided rally groups. Actually, despite all these problems, we have so far silently tried to follow our leadership without making loud noises and without asking or questioning them, only to let them maintain patriotic events and rallies until we can take back our Korea. However, at some point, the Taegukgi Patriotic Rally began to lose its initial fighting power and vitality. And it began to change into a mechanical, one-size-fits-all way of crying out cliché slogans, watching the stages and the speakers, and then marching through the pre-arranged same section. Rather than focusing on the impeachment and the nation's crisis, they even seem to worship the leaders and speakers like heroes, chanting their names and even pre-blocking other people's criticism about our leaders. The rallies were literally degenerating into rallies to maintain rallies. Looking back, it must have been due to the leaders' personal greed of maintaining their newly given power and money. Despite these doubts about them, we normal Korean people still try to trust them again with the expectation that they would behave differently this time. Because this time was our last golden chance. This time, public opinion at home and abroad has become more favorable to us than in the past. So, as long as we patriotic rightists unite and act properly, we could have had a good chance of winning. However, the leaders of each rally dispersed the assembly sites to Gwanghwamun, Ulchiro, Seochodong, and even to Hyunchungwon National Cemetery, only giving the police enough time to set up barriers with many police buses at Blue House entrances. So, we had to waste our time in many meaningless places here and there, and lost our golden chance to enter the Blue House front yard. If so-called patriotic right-wing leaders had let us go directly to the Blue House from the beginning, the police, overwhelmed by the numerous crowds in the morning, couldn't even try to stop us. So, we could not only have prevented the accident in advance, the accident in which a person was seriously injured, stuck between the two police patrol buses, but also could have achieved our purpose of overthrowing the illegal government. August 15 event this time was a great opportunity for not only the Taegukgi right-wing people, but also the general public that joined us, suffering from the leftist Democratic Party's dominance and Moon Jae-in's dictatorship using China's coronavirus and last April 15 rigged election. In short, because of the wasted time, we have not even been able to fight properly. And we had to step back again, making unnecessary victims, feeling frustrated and hurt deep our heart. On that night, we had have to sit here and there, not far from the Blue House, swallowing our bloodshed anger, worrying about what was coming in the future, or wandered around Gwanghwamun night streets until the very nighttime, midnight, in regret of our missed opportunity. It is true that the leaders have contributed greatly to rallying the people, but seeing 815 happening this time, they were just the indirect helper of Moon Jae-in. This makes us very sad. And their prearranged and clumsy operations have caused unnecessary victims as well. Therefore, we are no longer able to believe the incompetence and infidelity of existing rallying leaders. The leadership has nothing to say about people's harsh criticism. No excuses or apologies from you are enough to caress the people's despondent hearts, wounds, and deep sorrow and grief. But there is one thing we have earned this time. It was people's indomitable fighting power to save Korea still. They looked undaunted by any harsh circumstances. We are proud of our people of Korea. People of free Korea. Our leader is not someone else, but ourselves. We have to find our sovereignty ourselves. Let's fight for free Korea with one-man protest. As long as we have the strength to fight for the recovery of our country, free Korea, it is too early to be disappointed. It is never too late. Let's get it together again and try one more time. We can surely regain our country, free Korea. August 17, Monday, 2020. Song Jae-young, Chief of Union for Free Korea U.S. Alliance. Jo Shin-yan, Advisory Professor of Union for Free Korea U.S. Alliance. And other patriotic members, Lee Sang-deok, Kim Da-hae, and Shim Young-in. Thank you, everybody.